that is not allowed yet. I'm going to edit this test. Okay, and the test is in here. So I want to show my students to evaluate this using a rubric. Okay, so here in grading, I'm going to that's this is the one that is in the okay. I want to use a new one because this is the one that is in just to use the rubric assignment. Let's use with rubric. In description in here, yes. Maybe yeah, they are going to add some files. Okay, they are going to add files in this, and an evaluation that is going to be like 50 points. The test it is. I'm going to use here in how to evaluate this when the mode of evaluation. I'm going to say that is not direct. It's going to be by rubric. Okay, and the category is going to be like a test. Okay, it's going to be a test, and this is 50-point test. So it means that my rubric is about 50 points. So I'm going to save and display it in here in order to do my rubric. This is very important, the steps, because once you place the rubric, you can edit, but it takes more time. So I suggest just to have the rubric in hand before editing or setting up the test. Okay, displayed in here, show and displays. When you display here, immediately you're going to have the two options to create your rubric. Even in here, you can move to evaluación and calificación directa. But I want to show my rubric. Okay, new from zero, or new from a form that you have. For example, if you have once in your Excel, you can upload the Excel rubric in here. I would like to do the practice, but I have no time, and this computer have no document. It's in blind, no document in here. So I'm going to create a new one from zero. So I select this one, then I create in here. This is rubric test 2. Okay, and here I'm going to show to take the description or instructions. Okay, what I'm going to evaluate, that is very important to tell here what I'm going to evaluate, and then you are going to create a rubric in here. Okay, so you are going to add the criteria, the points that you're going to evaluate. In here, for example, if an oral presentation is a it is written job that I have to submit, there's a punctuality, for example. Okay, in here you have different levels that you can work with. You can add levels. Okay, so and the rubric difference the lowest to the highest point. Okay, so if you say did not submit, so it's not punctual. Did not submit the job. For example, it was like a one day after, for example. It depends on your criteria, that is in punctuality, or this is in time. Okay, I'm going to add a new one that is on time. Okay, the difference is that you can give the student can be submitting their task, but the due time is done. So, but they are submitting, or they're submitting on time their job. So there is no problem. So I'm going to have, for example, 5 criteria. I need 50 points, so it means that is 10 points each one. So this is 0. Like I'm going to say, okay, they got like a 4 point here, and they got here like a 7 point here. And here they got like a 10 points. Okay, there you have. In here I have the first criteria. Then I'm going to add a new one. Okay, like you are creating your criteria. That is the second criteria with the point itself. Okay, time. You create the levels. Same. Immediately you set the points. Okay, you can keep the same value per criteria or levels, or you can change it. Make changes in here. It depends on you, but at the end, the sum up is 50 points. Okay, and add a new one, like another criteria. Okay, third criteria, same. Okay, for example, time goes so fast. Okay, there you have. Well, let me see. Like this is 20 point in here. This is 17. This is 14. Example. And then I have 20. Why I'm changing this one in order to have 3 criteria, 50 points. Okay, I have 10 plus 40 is 50. Then I have the 50 point that I said that the test is. In here, to check the punctuation based on the rubric, yes. So it's already checked. In here, show the description of rubric during evaluation. Yes, of course. To show description of rubric to those who will be evaluated. Yes, of course. Students should know what they're going to be evaluated on. To show the points to each level. To show point to its level during and when they have finished. But this one, allowed to change, okay? Make changes in this one. This is you as a professor. Yes, you are going to be allowed to add something else, okay? That could happen with, for example, with Juan, participate a lot, so gets point extra in participation. And show comments, of course. Then you're going to save here. You have 2 options to save. When it is already done, you can save and then move to the test, sorry. Or you can keep it as unfinished rubric, and you can edit the rubric and restart with the criteria. Okay, so it is very important here. So I'm going to say that it's done. It's finished. So here I have 60 participants. Then the time is February the 12th. Okay, because by default it gives me 8 days. In here I have 6 days in week. Then how I'm going to evaluate this one? So again, show here. I'm going to evaluate Rosette. Okay. To Professor Miguel, question for classes. You can evaluate here PDF or pictures in PNG format, not words, not links. Okay. So if Rosette upload a PDF, I can check in here the PDF, but now I don't have document. I would like to show you just one from my courses. And then in here I have the rubric. Okay, and how I'm going to evaluate this one. I have 3 buttons in here. I want to show only the rubric. How to evaluate here? Just clicking on the level. Punctuality got the 10 points. And I can make comments in here. Very good. Okay. And the second one, well, she got 17. Okay. Try it. Good. In the third one, she got 20. or 17, just clicking on here on the criteria, you get the grade. So when you have finished, okay, say down some comments in here per criteria if you want. If not, just checking here. Well, then you're going to evaluate in the book here. Make comments. Oops, I forgot when I checked something here that I need to check here because Rosette hasn't uploaded any document. When the documents are here, in here, I have the criteria to evaluate here. Just a minute to show you here. It doesn't take too much time here. For example, this is my summer course students. Okay. For example, I've been checking here her job. Okay. So I can move. Oh, this score has no. Oops, I forgot. I'm being grading here. Yes. Students with my rubric. So, for example, I'm going to show you Mariel's one. Okay. Now in here I have the rubric. Okay. That is on time. It was graded. It was graded. In here is what I want to show you. Well, in here I can change that is not evaluated. It is in making. It is already make. It is release. It is already released or just to release. So this is the option that I have. When I have finished evaluating this, then I say, okay, make my comments, and then it is already released. If I say that is not okay, here, example, that is not graded, and yeah, I'm going to say that is not graded, then I have to grade here, okay? So I have to check. Student is not going to receive in the points in the gradebook. They are going to receive the points in the test, but not in the gradebook till you publish the evaluation in here. When you publish the evaluation, the student receives the grade in the gradebook. You can take it, but you have to do this one. And this is the way that you can evaluate or use rubrics to evaluate students. Okay, and even you can make some comments in here because I say that the comments in here. This is the way to use rubrics. That's Professor Miguel question on Monday, how to create rubrics in Moodle. Okay, it is easy steps, easy to evaluate, easy to use.
You selected the test you already have, but this test was already, originally it was an assignment, right?
Yes.
Because if I select quiz or test, then it will not give me that, like selecting a rubric. I was trying, yes. But then I had to go to assignment and then write like oral presentation, and then it was going to give me the, the rubric.
Yes, you have to go to you have to set an assignment.
Yeah, that was
rubrics are for assignments.
Okay, thank you.
An assignment could be oral, written, okay, or just oral presentation, and you can take like assignment. They are not going to submit any. Just you're going to create the rubric in there to evaluate them.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, another question?
Professor, I have a question. Actually,
yes.
There are two. I have done rubric in forums. It is easier for me to evaluate forums with a rubric.
Yeah.
But as I asked you, I was interested because if it doesn't, the Moodle doesn't give me that that option to do it from or choose another one that I have created, because at the beginning you show two options, right? To create one clean one that you're gonna
Yes.
be
The
building
new
it,
one.
and then to choose one that you have already done.
Yes.
But I bet now, as Professor Milena explained, doing the test, that I should do the rubric in that auction, like what do you call it? Like a banco de preguntas. But in this case, I need to do it there in order for me to grab it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. If you do a test in Moodle, okay, you can you're going to evaluate the test with the points that you give to the each criteria or item in the test. Okay. But if you have a test that is analysis, and you have to give it the rubric to the students, you have to create the rubric
But
like following these
my
steps.
question was, because as Professor Milena told us how to do the rubric, test from Banco de Preguntas,
Test.
in order for me to get it and placed it in the assignment, right?
Yes.
Test. It was a test, but it is the tool is assignment, right?
Yes.
It will be the same if I want to have a rubric. For example, think about a paragraph. If I want to assign them to do a paragraph, and I want them to take into consideration several things, that it's better to have a rubric, right? So will I have to do it in something like that as a test, like a banco de rubrics or something like that, and then to pull it?
No, there you have your rubrics are going to be in your computer, in your files, not in Moodle.
So I cannot copy it. If I created one rubric in this test, and then I wanted to copy it in order not to do it again, is that there is no way?
No.
No, I have to do it again.
Yeah. Or you can save it
In
apart and then
Word document.
yeah, or Excel document and copy and paste.
In that case, it will be the same clicking on the options that I decide or that the students got, or it will
Yeah.
be like a page for me to fill out the amount of points.
Now you have to set the amount of points.
I have to write it manually then, not
Yeah.
like clicking like you did here.
No. You have, when you're going to evaluate, you have to click them.
I will be like that too.
Yes.
Okay. I have to try.